but they believe that Korea is relatively safer than other countries because we are obeying to the guidelines from government.
So let's start. Welcome, guys, and let's meet Sunghoon from South Korea in Seoul. And he's organizing their demonstrations. And let's talk at first about how is the coronavirus in South Korea? How do you experience this? This certain time, and then later we go into what you are doing with your protests and so on. But first, how is it in South Korea? How are the people thinking about the coronavirus?
First of all, thank you, Black Sheep, for having me in your show.
Sure, no worries. You're very welcome.
I have been protest like 10 times in every second week, but almost of Koreans are not interested at all. They are just following the guidelines from government and health organizations, so they are very reluctantly wearing masks and willing to have the social distance and everything. And they are quite readily waiting for the vaccine to be developed. I think a lot of Koreans are getting vaccines as soon as it's developed. They don't care what kind of people Bill Gates and our president are. They just want to be safe from the virus the mainstream media is talking about. I think that they believe the virus is actually very, very dangerous for their health. And a lot of people outside Korea are dying from the disease.
Okay, but so that sounds like the people in South Korea are really afraid of that virus. They follow like kind of blind everything what they get told, like wear your mask, take social distancing, take care about yourself, go away from people, and just wait for the vaccine until it's developed and get the vaccine. So,
yeah, I guess so.
So would you say this is like the most amount of the people, like 99%, or what do you think?
I think, yeah, you can say 99%, almost everybody. But funny thing is, they are not careful about their everyday life at all, except they are wearing masks. They go out all the time, eat together with a lot of people, have some gatherings and drinking together. But they believe that Korea is relatively safer than other countries because we are obeying to the guidelines from government, like wearing mask and
okay, so kind of when I understand it correctly, they wear the mask if they go shopping or something like this.
Yeah, they.
Okay, but if they go for dinner with their friends, they're just sitting there. Of course, they have to take off the mask.
Of course.
And then they don't care anymore, and they share the food and everything, and they think that because they follow the guidelines from the government, they're protected anyways. So they don't think about, okay, if I'm eating with my friends and I'm very close with my friends, maybe I should infect each other, but it doesn't happen. But they don't think about that.
Apparently, they don't think about that. They just trust.
Okay. So maybe give me a little bit background. Do you know how many infected people South Korea had and how many dead people from the coronavirus?
I don't have an exact number, but not a lot. Actually, and in April, I have been visited more than 10 hospitals, the emergency rooms, but that was totally empty. And that at April, the Korea situation was even worse than this. I believe there are almost nobody in hospital by the coronavirus. As you already know, if the coronavirus is that deadly as the mainstream media talks, they don't have to go out to check everybody if they have some virus in their healthy body or not. They are treating the sick people already. They are busy treating sick people, but they are trying to find someone perfectly healthy, but might be have some chance of getting the virus, searching for them, but at the same time, they are trying to persuade everybody that it is really dangerous disease. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's so true. You're so right. You know that's so right. I mean, why do you need to test everybody if they have the deadly virus? If
Right.
they're actually healthy, and then you don't see a virus. So what's going on? I think even the simple fact that we have to discuss if that is a deadly virus or not shows actually that it's not, because if it would be, there would be so many dead people, we wouldn't need to think about it at all, isn't it?
Of course.
Yeah.
No argue about that.
All right. Well, and you said you are organizing demonstrations in South Korea or in Seoul, right?
I'm not exactly the organizer, but we are just like 10 people. So everybody is working as an organizer or something like that.
Okay. Okay.
We are just a very small group.
So you
Originally, we are protesting about the 5G and chemtrails, but at this time, coronavirus hoax and Bill Gates are another big subject of the protest. And one of our guy is a rapper, the singer. So he's the main character of our gathering.
Yeah.
So we protest and make a small concert or something, and we just try to attract people's attention.
Yeah, sure. With the rapper who's yeah, staying there, standing there, and yeah, of course, then you get a little bit attention. So, what do you think? If you take it all together, how many people are like you who are thinking in South Korea, or let's say in Seoul, directly in the capital, who are thinking, anything is wrong with this coronavirus, who are going to demonstrations? How many do you think are there?
I feel like we get a lot of support online from the guys who believe just like us, but at the actual everyday life, it's not easy to meet someone who support, who worry about the 5G and chemtrail and the corona vaccine is real threat. I think not a lot of people actually.
So it's kind of the chance to meet somebody who doesn't believe in coronavirus, or let's say who has some serious doubts about the coronavirus, is as high as getting the coronavirus.
Right. Right. You got that right. Funny thing is, whenever I meet some new guy, I always try to ask, is there anybody you actually know who is suffering from the coronavirus? And nobody ever said, I have my family or my close friends is sick, but without that fact, everybody is really worried about someone else, someone who I don't know will be suffer from that disease. So we have to work together to eliminate that virus.
Yeah.
I believe eliminating any virus is not the answer. We have to use our immune system and live with that kind of virus. We can never eliminate any virus, and if we try to do that, making really clean, virusless environment and live inside there, when the another kind of virus attack us, will be gone. Go our sunshine to make some vitamin D and eat well and exercise, and we hug a lot with friends. I think that is better for our immune system than stay home and washing my hands every time and wearing mask. I think that is not the answer.
Yeah. I'm
at all.
absolutely with you with by that, because I think there are even a lot of studies. So I'm pretty sure I just read a book where it's about how your anxiety and also your good feelings influence your immune system and your health. So if you're all the time like kind of stressed and you're living in fear and you're like kind of driving all the time in the first gear, you're burning out yourself, your immune system is breaking down, and then of course you're more likely to get sick. But if you're happy, if you have good relationships, if you have a really good like mental and physical health, then your immune system is working so good that maybe Ebola or let's say malaria or something like that, that would be a threat because it's like a really deadly virus. But something like coronavirus wouldn't have a chance against your immune system. I'm absolutely with you with that. So I just want to come back to Seoul and to South Korea. So at first, how many people living in Seoul?
Including the metropolitan area, is close to 20 million.
Almost 20 million people.
Yeah.
And when you are doing demonstrations, you are 20 people.
That's right. Nobody cares. So it's very interesting to see in United States, they are making security checkpoint, and in LA, they are shutting down electric and water for the people who gather too much, and their control is getting stricter and more strict and more strict every day. But in Europe, especially in Germany, a lot of people are protesting against it. So it is very interesting to watch which force will prevail after all. I hope, energy from Europe comes to Asia, so we have more movement about with you.
I absolutely hope so. I absolutely hope so. So we are going really forward here. I mean, I'm within a group which is organizing demonstrations. I'm connecting with a lot of organizers from demonstrations. I try to go every weekend to another demonstration. And of course, I've been even in Berlin at this big happening, and the energy there was just amazing. I mean, of course, the mainstream media said, oh, we are all like racists and just stupid people and something like that. You know, they try to use all kind of words to label us and make people think bad about us. But honestly, the people were so amazing. You could go there, you could hug everybody. There wasn't anybody who was looking for a fight or something like that, you know. And you have to imagine that it was like 1 million people. Let's just take the number, around about 1 million people. And there was, I think, one little escalation with the police where one stupid guy threw a bottle of beer or something like that. That's it. I mean, even when you have a love parade, even when you have just a festival where are 50,000 people, you have like 3, 4, 5 fights every day because people are drunk and something like that. And there are so many people, nothing happens, you know? And they are from every kind. So they are from the left side, from the right side, from the middle. So there are people who are patriots, you know, who are
Patriots,
yeah, exactly. We're loving their country. There are people who are absolutely which don't really identify themselves with their country, which more say, yeah, we have to do more for the population, which are more on the left wing. We have people which are very much in business. We have business owners over there. You have so many different kind of peoples over there. And they're just going together peacefully. They're joining together because they're fighting together for something. And that's so amazing. And I think the people should start to think about, why is that? Why are banding people together, which are actually were fighting for years against each other because they have different opinions, but right now they are bounding together because they have something where they all see a big threat for their very own lives. You know, that should be a thing where people really should think about, I think.
In the downtown Seoul, any kind of protest is now prohibited due to coronavirus. So whenever we go out and protest, we are kind of committing crime. So I am especially concerned about her.
So
We could
so
arrest
how are
at
you
any
doing
time.
that? How are you doing that when you're actually not allowed to, when you're actually committing a crime when you're going to protest?
They say it's special case. They don't want to spread the coronavirus too much by protest. So the place we protest, there's a what do you say? Something sign, some kind of sign that says protest or gathering is prohibited due to COVID.
Ah.
So anytime police can come to us and they can order us to go back to separate.
So kind of you said you're doing that every Saturday, right? So tomorrow again.
Every second Saturday.
Every
Other Saturday.
Every second Saturday. Okay. And every time if you're doing that, you're actually committing a crime. So you have to be really careful that police doesn't see you. And is that correct?
So far, not a lot of police are concerning about us because we are kind of small group. But when we get bigger than this, they might come and check what we are protesting, and they can order us to separate, go back to home or anything. I don't think we can get arrested, or they may took us to the police station, but they can definitely order us to go back to home.
Okay.
Don't do the protest.
So what would be the punishment exactly if the police would
At
say,
first, maybe just a warning. Maybe we refuse to go back home and keep doing the protest. They might us to take to the police station, and maybe a little bit serious warning there. I don't think we can get really arrested or something hard situation, but they can use some kind of force or authority on us.
things what the government is doing, like you all have to wear a mask and so on. So what is the punishment if you don't wearing a mask if you're going shopping?
It depends on the area, but in Haeundae, which is the most famous beach in Korea, if you don't wear a mask at the beach, they can fine you like 200 euro. No, 2,000 euro.
2,000 euro.
Yeah, 2,000 euro.
2,000 euro because you don't wear a mask on the beach.
Yeah.
I also supposed to go swimming with a mask?
I don't know. I don't know. But what I heard is so far nobody has get fined because of the mask, or everybody is get warning to wear the mask, but not anybody has actually ordered to pay the fine of 2,000 euro. Not yet.
Yeah.
But I think the penalty is getting more severe.
Yeah. Okay, wow, that's really a lot. That's really a lot. Do you have any other corona actions which you have to do besides masks and social distancing and all that stuff?
My kids are not going to school since the coronavirus, since whole year. My kids are not going to school.
Your schools are still closed because in Germany they are open again.
They go to like once every week.
Once every week. So
yeah, once
so
every
you
week.
teach your kids yourself, or how are you doing that?
They are teaching online. They make a video to teach their curriculum, and our kids have to watch online with a computer.
Ah, okay. So like the online school.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
I don't know. Actually, I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to follow what the health authority suggests. So I don't care about the what they say, so I don't know about that.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Fist bump. Fist bump on that. Definitely. Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. All right.
But
Yeah.
I have
Then it's a
to,
wrong topic at all.
yeah, I have to carry at least one mask. Some places I can get in without mask. Funny
Yeah.
thing is, this Wednesday was my summer holiday, so I took my daughters to the amusement park, and we have to wear mask inside the amusement park. When we ride the attractions, we have to wear our masks, and the people work there try to clean every place people touch it whenever the people ride the attraction. So the waiting line is very long. It's not very good experience.
Yeah, so every time when somebody was kind of driving with I don't know what the English word is, but you know, there's attractions and so on. But every time when somebody was sitting anywhere, you directly came and cleaned everything and all that
Yes,
stuff.
and we have to wait until that. I don't think that has any positive effect, but we have to follow.
Yeah.
And whenever I try to remove my mask, some old lady approach me and tell me to wear mask, put on the
Yeah.
mask.
All right. So let's summarize that. That's like kind of in South Korea, or especially in Seoul, you have like really huge penalties, punishments.
Fine. Yeah.
Yeah, fines if you don't follow the rules. The most people are going along with the rules. They don't question it, even if they don't see any virus, even if they don't know dead people. And there are just a very few people which are really coming up and demonstrating and questioning what the government is saying. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
I believe a lot of people believes the best way to overcome this situation is by following the government suggestion. I think that is the most efficient way to get over this kind of pandemic or something.
Okay.
If that really exists.
Do the people have a reason that they can trust the government in South Korea? Because I have no idea about that. I just know in Germany the government is actually pretty corrupt.
This same in Korea, but people just don't care. They just they just believe in whatever TV says. And I think the people who believe government too much never studied history. It's same in Korea, same in Germany, same in everywhere.
Yeah.
People who don't study history tend to trust government.
Yeah, it's really like that. As less you know, as more likely you're following others or the belief of others, or as more likely you believe others what they say because you just don't know. It's simple
That's
as
the
that.
easiest action to follow.
Yeah. So what do you think, how can it keep going in South Korea? So will it go until you have a vaccine and everybody is vaccinated, or do you still see another way for South Korea, or what do you think? What's your hope? What
Bill
gives you hope?
Gates is really close with our president and first lady because they are very cooperative with his vaccine plans. I think Korea have pretty good chance of being the test bed for the vaccine. So it's kind of scary news for people like me.
I ask you for hope.
Yeah. But I hope actions like people from Germany have some influence on Korea. But I think nobody have the information about what is going on in Germany and why they are protesting that way, or when TV don't tell about something like that, they just don't care. They still believe if something is important, the mainstream media will tell. Even though the newspaper and TV station are all corrupt, they will say something really important. I think the Korean people have that kind of hope.
Yeah, yeah, kind of. How did you notice about the demonstration in Germany? Or let's ask two questions. On the one hand, how did you notice? On the other hand, was there anything in mainstream media in Korea about the demonstration in Germany?
In Korean media, they said 17,000 people protest against Corona. They protested for freedom against the strict control for the coronavirus. That was all. And a lot of people say that the picture of a lot of people gathering on the street is fake. People even don't believe in picture. They think that's fake or from some other cases, not listened to one.
Wow, okay, crazy. And how did you notice? Because you
from my
knew about
Facebook
1.3 million and
from my Facebook friends like you.
Ah, okay. So you just noticed it via friends, and you got the information from
Yes,
there.
I have a couple of Telegram gatherings. We exchange the urgent news in there. So they say a lot of European situations. And what do you expect next week? Is it going to get bigger than last week?
Well, you mean the next big demonstration?
Yeah.
Well, the next big demonstration is on the 29th of August.
Okay.
Not next week, 29th. And I guess yes. I expect yes. Because at the first one there were 1 million, and let's talk straight. A lot of people have been actually on holiday. A lot of people are actually worrying about or not right now coming out, because in Germany, really a lot of people thinking about anything is wrong with all that. But when mainstream media all the time saying this way and this way and this way, and a lot of people think so, yeah, maybe it is really that bad, and yeah, but actually it makes no sense. So they kind of in between, they don't really know what to believe. So I'm pretty sure there will be more people, definitely. Maybe 1.5, maybe even 2 million. And I think this is kind of a wave of peace, a wave of good vibes, which is coming from Germany, from Europe, going outward in the world. Because it started everything in Germany. There are right now even groups in Switzerland, there are groups in Austria, Sweden starts groups, France starts groups, even England starts groups, and that entire Europe is bounding together, and then just bring that vibe out in the world and let's stand out of the world, and people in the world have to stand up and say, hey, anything is wrong, because if you just compare the numbers from coronavirus, I mean, do it very simple. It's very simple. Compare the numbers from coronavirus death to the numbers from alcohol or the number from smoking. Right. And
any other serious problems.
Yeah, you just think so, what? This is allowed, but it kills more people than the virus, which isn't allowed, and where we're destroying everything. I mean, where does that make sense? All right, Sunghoon, I thank you so much for your interview, for your insight. Is there anything what you still want to say, what you want to bring out to the German people or into the world? Whatever.
I really wish the German energy come to Korea, and we can have that kind of protest right here too, because we are in the actual danger of becoming the test bed for Bill Gates vaccine, Bill Gates corona vaccine. So I really hope your protests get big success and influence on every other part of the earth who wants to refuse corona pandemic and get the freedom back to the people. I think the European people are great. I think you are literally literally awakening from the awakening thanks to Corona pandemic.
I think actually this situation we are in right now is the biggest chance we ever had, because you just said it. They are pushing too hard. Too many people are waking up. And if you once take away that curtain from the eyes and you really look behind everything and you just think, wow, what? You don't go back. You stay at that point and go further forward.
Right.
And more people are waking up. And that's why I think we are living right now in a time which haven't been there for hundreds, maybe thousands of years, where people are really waking up and starting to look behind the curtains and start to think and question again. I think this could be a time where really humanity finally can be free from all that tyranny and all that, yeah, how do you say, slavery, which still is there today,
right,
with the money system, but nobody sees it, you know.
Yeah, really important and exciting time to eliminate the slavery.
Absolutely.
Forever.
Absolutely. I'm so happy you're living in that time, you know. I'm so grateful.
Yeah, I totally agree that I'm so excited to live right now.
Yeah.
It's very exciting and meaningful time to live and make a positive change for everybody on earth.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree so much. All right. Yeah. Thank you so much, Sunghoon. Everybody wonderful. Sorry, I just cut you off. Everybody who is want to see Sunghoon's videos, you also have some videos in English, right?
No, not a lot of that. I have most of my videos in Korea. This one is my actually beginning for English contents.
Okay, but I saw already 2-3 English videos on your
yes, from the London Real Business Accelerator.
Okay. Anyway, so I linked your channel down in my channel, and yeah, let me know your feedback, guys, how you liked it, what you would like to hear. I'm talking with a lot of other people as well. If you want to follow Sunghoon, I just taught you where to find him. And yeah, then let's keep fighting. Let's not stop. Let me know what you think about everything. Give me a thumb up that we spread this message, and we see us very soon. Sunghoon, thank you so much.